Hi, this is Jamel with Recherche Labs in beautiful states of North Carolina. I am so excited to introduce for the first time Mr. Brown of Harper and Jack's litter, born February 6th. So here he is, just about ready to graduate Puppy Academy, which is training till 12 weeks of age. He has already had around 150, 200 hours of training. And so our slogan here is we take the stress and the guess out of buying a puppy. That's why we like to list our puppies as old as possible, so we can actually show you their personalities, not just give it to you super young. We want to be able to really know what their personalities are like. His Recherche score is 678, 6 being that he is dependent. He's a puppy that likes to be with you, but he's not extremely dependent. He's a puppy that can handle being by himself and self-entertain. He does like to be with you. He's just not as dependent as most English Labs. He can handle being by himself. We call that content. Content to be with you and content not to be. Typically, they're easier to crate train. They have less issues with separation anxiety. On the activity scale, he's a 7 out of 10, so he is outgoing. English Labs are about 1/3 the energy level of American Labs. And so when I say outgoing, sometimes people think of Marley and me. He's not even close to that. But he is outgoing for an English Lab. He does have energy, but as you can see, I'm petting him. He gives kisses, he's calm, but he does like to play. And then one of the best features about him is that he's very confident. This entire litter has been very confident, very smart. He's not fearful, which is a weakness of many puppies. He is very confident and doing really well in training. Size-wise, he's an average size boy. This is not a huge litter. The mom is one of our smallest females at 50 pounds. His dad is 77 pounds, so he's actually a larger boy. Our best guess, he's gonna get 60, maybe up to 70 pounds. I don't think he'll get as big as Jack because his mom's smaller and he's not the biggest boy in his litter. So I would guess 60 to 70 pounds with a beautiful light coat, big blocky head, and just a sweet personality. Now, he's able to go home after graduating either Puppy Academy, which is training till 12 weeks of age, which is right around the corner here, May 1st. The second training level is our most popular training program called Canine College. It's training till 16 weeks of age. That's May 29th. Now, it's the most popular training program because one, he'll have all of his shots, so you don't have to quarantine him. Secondly, he'll be able to hold his restroom twice as long at 16 weeks and at 12 weeks. And the biggest reason people choose it is because they grow the most in obedience training between 10 weeks of age till 16 weeks of age. It's like a light bulb moment goes on. They realize they're being trained. And so many times puppies at 16 weeks of age is up to 3 times better obedience trained than puppies at 12 weeks. The third training program is a master's program, training till 20 weeks of age, which is June 26th. And the fourth training level is Doggy Doctorate, training till 6 months of age, and that's August 6th. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see pictures of both parents, Harper and Jack. If you click on those pictures, a video will play where we summarize each of the parents. We're very proud of our parents because we do not breed Labs that do not have all of their health clearances as recommended by the Labrador Club of America. And in fact, both parents scored in the top 4% of Labs with perfect health clearances. In fact, I haven't seen, you can't get better health clearances than the mom and the dad. They have perfect health clearances, OFA excellent hips, and as you can see, they come from generations of health clearances and show champions. What I'd like to do now is to show off him in training as of today and summarize our Puppy Training Institute. That's the second part of our slogan. We take the stress out of buying a puppy. We give you a solid foundation. And so we're gonna summarize the program. We're gonna show him off in training so you can actually see how he's doing. Now again, he's young. He's not even graduated Puppy Academy. So if you like what you see, you're gonna love what you see, especially if you take him home at 16 weeks or above. But we're gonna show him off and I'll come back and let you know what you need to do if you wanna reserve Mr. Brown. Our Puppy Training Institute has 4 core areas. There's a couple areas that are very visible that we're gonna show you on camera with the puppy that's for sale. Some of the areas are a little bit more difficult, but the one area that's very visible to show is outside training, and the big part of that is leash training. Puppies love the pull, love the tug, love the cut in front of you, and so we train them to walk on our left side. We train them that when we stop walking, they do what's called an auto sit. That's where they automatically sit without being told, without having any hand signals. They automatically sit. That builds respect and focus on you. A couple other areas in outside training, it's a little bit harder to show, is car training and then also swim training when the weather's warmer. The second area that's very visible is obedience training. All of our trainers are certified dog trainers that's been training dogs for years. They know what they're doing. They're all certified. They all can do Canine Good Citizen. They're all very good trainers. And we work on the obedience commands of sit, down, stay, come, place, kennel, and they are trained extensively in all these areas. Now, we have 3 different communication tools we use with the puppies. We use hand signals, we use words, and then we use the training lead that we will provide you. And so as they get older, they get better and better. They can hold their stay longer, they can hold their place longer, they can hold their kennel longer. They can do it with both hand signals and words only, and so they get better and better. The place is when they jump up on the Kuranda cot. You will definitely want to buy a Kuranda cot because that allows the transition for our training to go to you. It's a wonderful command. When we say kennel, they go into their kennel on their own volition. We typically keep the door open, especially as they get older. And we train them, they cannot leave the kennel or really any other door until they are released. The 2 other areas that's a little bit more difficult that we're going to show you just generic dogs going through this. The one area is house training. We actually spend more time in house training than all the other areas combined. That's about 2/3 of the training, and this is where we work on the most important area of potty training. Of course, we're training them not to use the restroom inside and the signal eventually to go outside. A puppy at 12 weeks of age can typically hold the restroom about 1 hour during the day, whereas a puppy at 6 months can do 4 hours. The same thing is with crate training. We train them to sleep at night in their crate, eat in their crate, and a 12-week-old can typically sleep around 4 to 5 hours without having to be let out, and a 6-month-old, it's 6 to 10 hours. So obviously the longer they're in training, the longer they can be crate trained. We also, though, while they're in house training, we train them not to jump up on us, not to chew things in the house, not to bite our hands. It's very extensive. And then the last area is socialization training. Many people worry about getting a trained or older puppy is that they won't bond. Well, because of our socialization program, our puppies bond very quickly. In fact, we've never had a client complain about that. And so in our socialization, we're training them not to be afraid of thunderstorms. We're training them not to be afraid of the hair dryer, of the blow dryer, of a vacuum cleaner. We have a TV in our puppy training area, in our house training area, where we're socializing them. They go on field trips when they get older. We work extensively on them being handled. We have 20+ people that work for us, so these puppies are handled by multiple people and they're socialized extensively. That is our Puppy Training Institute. Now, if you're interested in Mr. Brown, you just need to read through this entire page. If you scroll to the bottom, you'll see the pictures we just took of him. Right above the most recent pictures are his prices for each training level. Some people do have a hard time finding the prices, so on this video, we're gonna show you where prices are found on a typical page, but the prices you see in this video may not be his prices. To find his prices, you do need to look at his page right above his pictures. And then right below this video is a link. It says click here to fill out puppy application. Click on the words puppy application, fill it out. We will respond to you within 24 hours. Thank you so much for taking time to visit Mr. Brown of Harper and Jack's Litter. Thank you so much.